And welcome back to the Gaming with Yule show. Going over week 5, we had a good game against the New Orleans Saints. Still fell a little short, man. We produced, but we couldn't produce in the passing yards. He kept us locked down on passing, and honestly, I think that made the bigger difference. As you can see, the offensive yards was 323 to 215. We kept the ball on the ground. We was able to run the ball, but we just couldn't get over the hump. We needed that pass and to move it, but we was trying to be cautious and not have as many turnovers this week. But you know, it's just one of them type of games. As you can see, it was a nice fight between us the first quarter. Then second quarter came, still a nice fight, 7-14, and then after that it was just started kind of getting a little out of hand that second half. We tried to make a little run at the third quarter with 10 points. They got 7. But of course, fourth quarter came and he dominated. So final score wound up being 24-37. Um, Passing yards, as you can see, 255-91. We went on ahead and let Locke start last week. I think we're going to let him start again this week against the Arizona Cardinals. But it's just one of them seasons where I'm just bouncing back between quarterbacks again. But at least this season is a valid reason because hell, both the quarterbacks are rated in the 60s. So I guess we're just gonna have to see who our opponent is and what type of backfield they're using, and just go from there. Like I said, I'm probably gonna use Lock again this week. Because like I said, we have Arizona, and I know they got some fast linebackers, fast defensive backs. So we just pretty much just gonna be throwing the ball short. In which that's what we did this game. Threw the ball short. Let the running back carry us through, but because we wasn't seeing any type of open looks really in between our wide receivers and their defensive backs. But like I said, it's just part of football. So, first downs, he eked it out, 16 my 14, which is better than what we had last week. I think last week we had like 8 or 9 or something like that. We didn't even pretty much was just playing 3 and out. So, that punt yards really, I don't really ever count the punt yards. Kickoff return, total yards gained, as you can see, 367 to 219. We had 4 turnovers to their 2 turnovers. Third down conversions, we converted 5 times. They converted 4. Of course, no fourth down. No 2-point conversions. Red zone percentage was even, 33 to 33. Both had 1 red zone TD. He had a red zone field goal. No penalties this game. That was shocking. We didn't have all them holding calls and whatnot like we did last week. And time possession, he got him barely by a few seconds. 24 minutes 18 to 23 minutes 42. So this was a good battle game. That's what you want to see. Even though, like I said, you got to have 1 loser and 1 winner. But that's what you really want to see. You don't want to see 50 to 7 or 35 to 7, something like that. You want to see 24-37. I can accept that. So let's get off into the player stats for the week. We'll go ahead and start with the winning team, which was the Saints. And hey, Winston, he just had a good day, man. He had a quarterback rating of 122. 276 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT. His longest was a 62. Got sacked 3 times. His completion percentage was 75%. So, like I said, his passing game is what killed us. We was able to keep the run kind of locked down, but it opened it up for him to throw the ball. And I mean, that number 7 Hill, he was everywhere. We had to keep an eye on him. He was sneaking back there and getting behind our defensive backs and making plays. So let's go ahead and see what the running game looked like. Kamara, that's who I was more worried about, because he's about like Henry. If he starts getting going, it's gonna be issues. But he had 21 touches, and we was able to keep him under 68 yards, so that was good. He had 1 touchdown, 4 broken tackles. He was averaging 3.2 a carry, so his longest was 11 yards. So we did our job at keeping him contained, but we also left it open for the passing game. So we're gonna have to find a balance that we can use. Don't look like nobody else touched the ball, which he's gonna have to start spreading that ball around. Receiving wise, Alive, however you say that, he had 6 receptions for 131 yards. That guy was burning. Left me in the dust on one of them. I mean, I didn't even have a chance. I just looked up and he was out almost to the touchdown, but nobody around him. So he racked up at his rack was 43. He was averaging 7.2. Longest reception was 62 yards. Then we had Michael Thomas. He was kind of quiet, but we only kept him down to 3 receptions for 49 yards. He was averaging 16.3. His rack was 12. His longest was 32. So, we kept his star wide receiver at bay, but his rookie here, he burnt us good. Then we got Landry. He had 3 receptions, 47 yards, averaging 15.7. His rack was for 12. Longest was 25. So I didn't see the speedster out there. I guess he only needed that one. And then we got Taysom Hill, who they moved to the tight end spot apparently. 5 receptions, 42 yards, racked up 17. Oh, Landry got a touchdown in there. My bad, people. And longest was for 18. But the 5 that he did catch, it was in needed situations. So, that's real crazy to me, the way that ball was spread around, So, of course, Kamara, he had 1 reception, 7 yards, no touchdowns, racked up 11. Longest was 7. And everybody else had a quiet day. But when you got that type of receiving core, you don't really need to sub too many people. So, there we go. That's the way it plays out. Check out the defense. And we have Wagner here, right linebacker. My bad, Werner. My bad. Solo 3 solos, 7 assists, for a total of 10. No tackles for loss, no sacks or anything like that. He was just everywhere on the field. At Eric Wilson, he had 2 solo tackles, 6 assists for a total of 8, 3 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 2 INTs, and turned it for 15 yards on the INT. So that man there, I believe it's gonna be the star for the week on defense for him, because he was all around. 2 INTs and a sack and 3 tackles for loss. That's what you want to see out of your right side. Davis, he had 2 solo tackles, 5 assists for a total of 7, 1 tackle for loss. Tried to keep our eye on him. Of course, Matthew, he had 1 solo tackle, 6 assists for a total of 7. And that was our objective for the team last week, was to not let him get any fumbles or any INTs. And we was actually able to accomplish that because we didn't throw it deep. So we'll just see if that same game plan works for us this week, especially against. If I'm not mistaken, he had got rated up to X Factor for this game. From what it told me, in my scenario, that he was gonna get bumped up to X Factor just because. So we kept him quiet. So that's a good thing. Then we got Tuttle. He had 1 solo tackle, 4 assists for a total of 5. No tackles for loss or anything like that. And then we had Roby. 1 solo tackle, 4 assists, total of 5. 1 tackle for loss. Davenport had 3 solo tackles, 1 assist for a total of 4. 2 tackles for loss and 1.5 sack. So, Onyemete, I guess that's how you pronounce it. 2 solo tackles, 1 assist, 3 tackles for loss, 2 forced tackles. Yeah, I'm sorry, 2 tackles for loss. Sorry, getting jumbled on my words, people. May, he had 3 solo tackles for a total of 3. That's all he accomplished this week. Cameron Jordan was real quiet. He had 2 assists, 2 tackles for loss, and half of a sack. So I thought he would have been bringing more pressure with Jordan, but I guess we was able to keep him occupied. And of course, we have Lattimore, 1 solo tackle, 1 assist for a total of 2 and 1 INT. He had 24 yards on the INT. Ebadabo, however you say that, 2 assists. That's it. Williams had 1 assist. Taylor 1 assist, and I believe that was it. So his defense came to play. He wasn't bringing pressure with the people that I thought he was. He actually confused me. So, that's what you want out of a defense, where you're not just depending on the X Factor players and this, that, and other. You want to get different people in to be the key for the game. So that's what he did with this team. So let's get over here and see what the Seahawks did. I didn't even look at their stats after this, but of course, at a 29.9 QB rating, 116 yards, 3 INTs, longest was 22, sacked 3 times. Completion percentage was 54. He only had 12 out of 22. So, like I said, we definitely gonna have to decide what we're gonna do with the quarterback position this next season coming up. I got a draft pick I probably can use. I don't know, unless something comes open and somebody wants to trade for a very good quarterback. Guess we just gonna try to see what the quarterbacks are doing in the draft. I believe we might decide to go that route. It will save us some money. So I don't know how long Locke has left on his contract with us, but I'm starting to think maybe we shouldn't have cut the second string quarterback, Genos. So we'll just have to rock it out for the rest of the season and try to regroup on the quarterback position. So let's head over to the rushing, and we had Kenneth Walker, 22 attempts, 109 yards. He was averaging 5 yards a touch, 2 touchdowns, 6 broken tackles. He was gaining 40 yards after contact. His longest was for 44. So he's basically what kept us in the game, keeping the ball on the ground, not causing any turnovers as much, So, like I said, we decide what we're gonna do about this passing game is pretty much all on this man's shoulders. I'm sorry, between him and Penny. So I want to try to rotate Dallas in there a little bit and start trying to get him ready for it, because I think those are the 3 we're gonna wind up sticking with. They are all younger. He's 2-year experience. Penny has 4, and this guy's a rookie. So I believe that's gonna make up our running back core for the rest of the SPA game season. So, because we normally go through 5 seasons, so I think we'll be able to afford all 3 of those guys and keep them rotated, keep it fresh. All of them got decent speed, breaking tackles, this, that, and the other. So, you know, I've always been the type of person that doesn't just let one running back do the work. I try to rotate it in, you know, about like the quarterbacks, you know, all depending on who I'm playing. If you start fumbling too much, hey, it's time for you to get out. This is the way I play. So, you know, that's gonna probably wind up being our core running game. And we'll probably let Homer go at the end of the year. And I think that's the only one that we kept. I think we got rid of the other guys. So I believe those are gonna be our 3. Let Walker be the starter. Rotate Penny between power back and third down with Dallas. So something we can work with, unless somebody decides to give us a hell of an offer for one of these guys. In which I might let that happen. It all depends on. So let's look at the receiving. We had Noah Fant, 5 receptions, 43 yards, no touchdowns. That was really the only guy we kept on seeing open was our tight end, man. I mean, like I said, this is a different type of Madden, easy to throw INTs, and you know, when you got wide receivers on lock, especially with 92, 93 speed, and defensive backs are keeping them shut down. Unless you just plan on throwing 7, 8 INTs a game, really want to just keep it in front of you. That's really about it. It ain't gonna be none of the deep ball, nothing like that. So that's just the way it is. Penny, he had 2 receptions for 23 yards. He was averaging 11.5, 18 after catch. Longest was 16. Metcalf, our star wide receiver, has been quiet the entire season. We have not been able to get this man over. Shoot, I think the highest so far has been like 70 yards in a game, something like that. We haven't even touched 100 yards with this young man. And I mean, I don't know. A lot of times I just see double teams on him. So that's why I'm hoping that we can get the right side built up. And maybe that'll take a little bit of pressure off him. So we'll just see how it goes. We got 2 young stars coming up between Collins and Eskridge. I believe we have a scenario for Eskridge this week, so hopefully we can get that and get that young man started. Then just kind of decide who we're gonna keep, because we do got a lot of wide receivers, and I believe we are gonna have to wind up cutting somebody. But I know those are gonna be our primary 4 from going here on forward until Lockett decides to retire or somebody wants him, or however it's gonna play out. But like I said, we're just gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with DK. Try to get that man open. Locke, he had 1 reception, 14 yards. He was actually quiet too, and that's it. He only touched the ball once. Like I said, I did not see any of these wide receivers getting open. So then we had Walker, he touched the ball, 1 reception, total of 8. Collins, he touched the ball, 1 reception, total 5. Like I said, I want to get this man in the mix pretty much. I'm a big Texans fan. I got him. I acquired him from the Texans this year in a trade. So I want to get him in the offense. I got to figure out a way to get him in the offense, especially sitting at 6'4". He should be able to snatch a whole bunch of balls out of the air once we get him upgraded enough. So Disley, he was quiet. We didn't see him open, but of course he only has like 82 speed, 83 speed, something like that. So I wasn't expecting to see his number stretching anyone out. So I believe that's it, man. Now let's take a look at this defense. Wind up getting Jordan Brooks had a good day today. He had 1 solo tackle, 8 assists for a total of 9. So he was making his presence known in the middle. Jones, he had 2 solo tackles, 7 assists for a total of 9 and 1 INT. I don't know if I need to put him back in the slot position and let Brown play the outside, because I mean, my only issue with that is 9 times out of 10, everybody that plays the slot, it's always gonna be somebody fast. So that was the whole reason why I switched it up, because I noticed that if you try to put an 88, 89 speed cornerback in the slot, even with great awareness and great zone and great man, he still gets burnt. So trying to use a speed guy there, even though his awareness isn't all that well, it's been working at times, but sometimes it's been costing us. So I guess we'll just have to see the way our next opponent plays. Maybe try to switch it up a little bit in the while we're playing the game in a sub position, maybe. But you know, I don't want to just get burnt on the outside. I'd rather get burnt in the middle, I guess. That way, at least I do have a chance to recover. So like I said, that's just another one of those positions we're just gonna have to play with and see who's gonna produce for us. Because both of them got good height. It's just making sure that we don't just get ate up there in the middle. So we got Jamal Adams. He had 1 solo tackle, 7 assists for a total of 8, 1 tackle for loss. Justin Coleman, 2 solo tackles, 4 assists for a total of 6, 1 tackle for loss. Trey Brown, he had 1 solo tackle, 4 assists for a total of 5, 1 tackle for loss. Al Woods was quiet this week. He had 2 solo tackles, 2 assists for a total of 4, 1 tackle for loss. Shelby Harris, he had 2 solo tackles, 2 assists for a total of 4, 1 tackle for loss. And Barton, he had 2 solo tackles, 1 assist for a total of 3. Diggs, he had 3 assists. Blair, he had 2 assists. Nawusa, guess that's how you pronounce that. He had 2 solo tackles, 2 tackles for loss on both, 2 sacks. So he did his thing. However you say that, Labille, some of these guys' names I'm not even gonna be able to pronounce. But anyway, he had two assists. Taylor, he was quiet. He had 1 assist, which we actually had put Griffin in for him this week. Muse, he had 1 assist. Jefferson, he had 1 tackle. Griffin, he had 1 assist and 1 sack. I thought he had an INT, but I guess that was a week before. And then of course Ford, he was quiet, and everybody else. So yeah, we just gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with this team, man. We got a lot of rebuilding, so we just play it out, see what happens. That's all we could do at this point. We just keep on pushing, trying to get a win, man. I mean, we got 1 win, but we also got 4 losses. 5 losses. No, sorry, 4 losses. So, and this week is actually a division rival game against the Cardinals. If I'm not mistaken, I believe we all have the same record. Go back here and look real quick. Yeah, we're both 1-4. I'm still sitting above him in the standings, though, I guess because of yardage. But I guess we'll see how it all plays out. We haven't set up a exact time when the game will take place, but you're free to welcome to join in. It'll be on Quartermark 25 on the Twitch TV. So just hit us up and come and join and sit back, chill, Smoke a cigar if you want to. But I'm gonna go ahead and kill it for the day. That way I can get ready for the game. Hope you like the video. You know, like I said, we still trying this stuff out, man. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. Enjoy your football. I hope everybody's home team wins, except if you're playing the Texans. I hope y'all lose. But anyway, this is your burner. We out of here, man. Y'all have a good day.